Say
I
that
don't know
again,
what
Cheng?
Chang said, but
Oh, Rosanna's sick and Roland is celebrating Canada Day.
and Ricky's on PTO,
Uh,
so I'll be filling in for him
Yeah.
today.
Oh. Oh yeah.
oh, yeah, I saw that now. Sorry.
I just see the email.
Whoa.
Yeah. Huh. Sorry to hear that. Rosanna, is someone recording?
Yes.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Rosanna, I hope you get well. I hope you see this and think, man, I'm missing out. What a fantastic. What are you doing, Michelle? By the way, what's happening here?
Look.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, it's Trent.
Look at that! Wow.
What is that?
He's getting. I was expecting a much younger Trent for some reason. Hello.
Hey. Say hi. You say hi.
He's shy.
He's like, I don't know about
Michelle,
this talking
are
to
you telling us that we have a new contributor?
This is our new
That's
contributor. Oh, sorry. See, now he's going to
There are shirts for those contributors. Don't we have shirts for that?
Right.
Did,
He's still in his pajamas.
Did
Okay,
I-
sorry. I'll stop distracting. It's okay.
Okay. Wow. And we have Saltav here too, I think, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Good to see you. It's fine. I good to finally see put a face on a IRC name. I'm not sure if you can hear me though. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. You look like you don't hear me.
No, I can't hear you.
You can hear me. All right. Cool. There's an echo when you unmute, but so yeah, good to keep yourself muted. Maybe you don't have a headset. All right. We should get started. I think. Are we still waiting for
E-buy.
Madalena? I guess
I don't
we are.
know. Ibai, Madalena?
Yeah. Oh. Now I'm picking up terrible echo again.
There, he's got it.
Okay. Let's get started because we're 5 minutes in. Shit. I need the agenda. So SUMO development. I'm guessing, but we don't have Ricky here either.
Kadir.
Yeah, so I will fill in for him today.
Okay.
While Ricky is on PT. And also I'm notes. So if you want to edit the wiki, please don't do that. Please tell me what you're doing. Otherwise, it will mix up. It will be horrible.
All right.
Kind of. Okay, so SUMO development. We are closing the 12th sprint of this year. And what we did this time is we cranked up the unified search to 50%. So 50% of our users are currently getting the unified 50% are getting the bucketed search. And we will look at the CTR for both of those and then decide whether to switch it to 100% or not. So that's currently running. You might see one version or the other, depending on which group you will be in when you search. So look out for that. We arming of awesome snippets to the KD, and what that means is that now we can just edit them at any time, and they will update automatically. So anytime you think it's not good or should be changed or whatever, you can make an edit. Of course, the review system is still there, so be sure to not just edit all over the place, but we can do it now. And the other thing is we have logged all threads in the forum that are older than 180 days. Whether they had updates, all of them are closed now, and we will monitor and see whether that was a good move or not. And one thing I suggested was we look at whether we are getting more new questions or not. And if we are not getting more new questions, but the traffic stays the same, then we know that people can't actually reply to any of those threads and are leaving. And then, depending on that, we will move that back. In the notes, there is a link to the forum discussion about that. So if you have an opinion about that, please discuss that there, and we can decide what to do. We can change that at any time. So that's for the 12th sprint. And tomorrow starts the 13th sprint, and we have two priorities for that. One of them is implementing the backend, the information architecture, now that we have nailed down all the necessary parts. We are going to start implementing those. And the other priority we have is understanding how scoring works. So we will display for administrators or anyone else who's interested, we will display on the search results page how the score is calculated so that we can actually change the articles to change the sort order and display order on the search results page to increase the CTR again. And that's SUMO development. Any questions? No. Okay.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kadir, that's going to be fantastic. Michael can tell you that right now search tuning is it's pretty difficult without having the scores for us. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I can imagine.
It's like one little step above magic at the moment.
It's a black art. I'm not going to lie. Even when you know what the scores are, it's still kind of a black art. But
yeah,
like Scientology. Wait, why did I say that?
No,
right,
I was like, now that can open up all kinds of jokes, but we should move on.
Ooh, edit that out.
I shouldn't go there. All right, thanks, Kadir. UX, do you want to give us a quick update there too, or because I don't think we have Bram?
Yes. Yeah, so Bram, actually that's one of the items, is currently moving to Auckland, New Zealand. And that means that he will have limited availability over the next 2 weeks while he's moving. His first full-time day will be the 16th. But in the meantime, he will still be available, and he's doing design work for us and working, actually. So in between, while he's moving, I guess it's a bit stressful. Well, he's doing it, and he is currently interacting with Lee, our UI designer, who is working on the visual direction for the redesign. So at this point, it's mostly feedback to him, telling him what icon designs we really need and how the direction should be. So it's mostly feedback, and I assume that from later this week on, it will be more on Bram's shoulders again. Not exactly sure because I haven't talked to Lee yet, but it's either by the middle of this week or next week, we will have our design direction. And from then on, Bram will take that and actually implement the rest of the stuff that Lee hasn't been doing because he's just doing the skeleton work for us. Apart from that, Bram is also working on new iterations for the Ask a Question flow, which is changing, and you can follow that in the back. I'm not sure if that's linked. No, but I will link that. And he's also doing work on the Army of Awesome thing that we talked about, I think, last time, or we talked in an email thread. But we want to change how the progress in the Army of Awesome page is displayed, because currently it's rather demotivating. So we're changing that, and I think that's it.
So does Bram get closer to us in time, or like about?
Unfortunately,
no, it's the same time zone.
Oh, well,
Even worse.
For you guys, it's gonna be better. I think it's gonna be worse for Europeans.
Well, it's going to be worse for Bram.
Well, not super
it's going to be worse for Bram, not for us.
Yeah.
So it will be 12 hours.
I was gonna say, I think Bram's desire is to always kind of try to work the Pacific hours. At least that's my impression. So I think he's probably gonna keep doing that somehow, but he's gonna have to go up early.
Yeah. So what he told me was that he will be working from, I think, 6. He's going to start at 6 or something. So we're...
Which is 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. Well, because I think he was at 6
it's
so far.
Earlier than that.
No, I think it's 3 hours difference, isn't it?
No, I think Hawaii is like 3 hours different. Wait a minute.
I'm not sure. So for us, it's 12 hours. And that's knowing that's possible because our night is his morning and the other way around. It's just the most horrible time zone difference I can imagine for us in Europe. But
yeah, but then it must be 3 hours, right? Because
right.
9 plus 3 is 12. So I think it should be.
You might be right. I thought it was off, but maybe not.
So
yeah, so we all have weird working hours anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, one way or another, we all lose. I shouldn't say that. We all win. All right. thanks for the update.
Yeah,
Over
any
to
questions
Ron.
about the UX?
Whoa.
Sorry, I forgot to ask that, but okay.
No, there is a conversation around the navigation. I don't know if that's something they want to discuss or discuss next week.
Ebi, discussing what?
This
There's the auto navigation part, but I guess that we can discuss that next week or as soon as Bram is
I thought we
around.
would.
So we can also go
Yeah,
more
I thought we were
detailed in
discussing
the
actually.
KB meeting.
Okay, fine.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm sure. I don't know. I'm sure Bram included you, Kadir, on the email. Remember, we were talking about how to do that sidebar navigation and make it look more like navigating through whatever folders, or just not so much a sidebar-y thing. And he came up with some options that look really great.
Right. Yeah, I got the email.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think we will discuss that in the KB meeting.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's over to roundtable. Other topics on the?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple here from.
Is
Oh,
this
Satnav.
Satnav?
Since you're here, do you wanna? Yeah, do you wanna talk them through, Satnav, or do you want us to?
It was just the IRC meeting that I put on just to remind you that it's going to be next month.
Oh, so this is Thursday's the 2nd of August.
Because July next dead busy.
And the other thing here is about this communities. Is
Survey?
that your survey, Madalena?
That's mine. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to close it this week. So there are people out there who still didn't could read.
How many responses have you received so far? And how many? What's your kind of ideal goal, I guess?
Well, around 20. My ideal goal would be around 30. So we still need a few people.
Okay. And so the deadline is Friday?
Yep, Friday it is. I was going to close it last week, but I thought that we should give another extra week for people who didn't get to do it.
Hey,
So
I was
could
wondering.
you add that to the meeting minutes too, to make sure that the deadline is noted?
Right. Wondering, was this already posted to the localizers mailing list? Otherwise, we can do that. Would have a pretty. It would have a wider reach, maybe.
Okay, I think Rosanna already did that, but she's not. She's not here, so I'll double check with.
I don't remember seeing it. I'm on
Okay. Yeah, that might be one channel.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea if it hasn't already been done. All right. Any other topics, roundtable discussions? You want to talk about babies?
that.
Seeing Trent made me think. Maybe think of babies. And obviously, my brother had a baby, or my brother's wife had a baby 3 days ago.
I was just gonna say, Uncle David.
Do you want to hear one screaming?
And,
Whoa!
did you make him cry just for us?
Now he's throwing things.
Oh my God! How can you focus in that situation, Michelle? That's a mystery. Almost as big as.
Moms are all superheroes. That's why.
Yeah. That is obvious. Okay, well, if no one else has any topics, let's move on to Firefox status update.
Oh, jeez. We are almost running, so I think it's next week is the release of Firefox 14? No.
No.
Yeah, a week after that. I'm so off by a week. But so we're basically trying to finalize all the data around that. I don't want to talk about Flash anymore. That's just the answer to that question.
Okay. Let's not talk about
I
that.
just no more talking about Flash. That's about it then. We're releasing 14. There are a couple new features. I think we don't need to try any of them, and I'm polishing up the beta stuff right now.
I will break the taboo. I am going to talk about Flash real quick. Just an update. Supposedly, Real Player was putting out an update on the 27th that was supposed to disable the record plugin if protected mode was enabled in Flash. Because even though we blocklisted that plugin, it didn't pick it up for everybody. So a lot of people were still having the issues with the videos just not playing or being white or black, whatever. Still looking for confirmation that update actually went out. So they updated the Mozilla ticket, said, yeah, we're putting out an update, and then they just kind of disappeared. They haven't updated it since. So I'll let you guys know for sure, but hopefully that should reduce some of the volume around that. And the Flash issues are still there.
All right, let's move on. Metrics.
Okay, for the metrics. So KPIs have legends now. So if you go on the KPI dashboard, you will be able to see what those data points actually mean. And if any of that is news to you or strange, let me know. So maybe it's a mistake that we made there, or maybe, well, it's intended to be that way. Anyway, they have legends now. The second thing I have is a heads up. So if you go on the KPI dashboard, so let me do that really quick. And you go to the contributor part, and in the contributor part, look at the weekly metrics, and for 1 year, or for all rather, you will see that in July, August, all contributions go down. So that's on the contributor dashboard. Just look at all in the Zoom level and change it to weekly, and you will see that in July, all our contributions go down, July to August. That's for forum, KB, all of it. So heads up, it will probably go down this year as well.
Also related to this is that the Firefox usage also tend to go down over the summer.
Yeah,
So
I think it's all related.
Yeah.
I think it's all related to the vacation time that people are taking. So also one thing that we had, our solved rate goes down, and it might be related to the to that fact. It might also be that it's something different. So I didn't have the time yet to look into that, to go through the questions and figure out whether the questions have changed or whether we just don't
Tyler
have
is working on that though, right? Wasn't Tyler doing a similar research?
I wasn't aware of that, but if that's true, then awesome. So
yeah,
maybe Tyler.
I'm working on stuff related to that. There's a few theories. One is that more of the users with easier questions are utilizing our self-help a little bit more, so the percentage of forum threads that are more difficult is going up. And then just so hopefully in the next week or two we'll have something a little more concrete. Working on that.
So Tyler, could you perhaps just summarize for everyone what you're investigating exactly, so we all know, so we're all on the same page?
Pretty much what I'm trying to do right now is figure out what percentage of different categories the technical and difficult questions on the threads on the forums are. So web design questions, issues with Firefox crashes, stuff like that. Those two seem to be the most popular categories. And then we're going to be figuring out a way to escalate those questions to the community users, community helpers, or to different teams that can assist with those a little more effectively. For example, website design questions, figuring out, which members of the community have experience with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and see if, we can get other people to jump in on those questions. That's basically what we're working on right now. So hopefully in the next week or two we'll have something a little more solid. It's a big project, so.
Would it make sense to if it's in a couple of weeks from now, then that's in the SUMO work week. So maybe you could give a quick presentation about the results then. Would that make sense?
Yep, I think by the work week I should have pretty much the whole thing done, at least the investigation part. So then we're going to be moving on to reaching out to people to see if we can get a little more effective answer rate. So, but that would definitely be a good midway point. So.
Okay.
I can add something to the Etherpad for that.
Yeah, that'd be good. I just took a note here. All right, let's see.
Yeah, so that's all I had for metrics. I'm not sure. Are there any questions for that? Okay, let's move on then.
Ebi can apparently not hear me, so I think that he should call back in. So that's why he's dropping out now. All right.
All right, community.
Community,
so,
yes.
As many of you know, we had this very special SUMO day last Thursday for Android. And we tried to expand it a bit, not only to the Spore forum, but also to other channels such as Twitter and Facebook. So on the Spore forum, the mobile tagged questions were answered, which is great. Unfortunately, the other two channels, I don't have a lot of reports because we don't really have any reports. So
Shell, your audio, maybe it's just me, but you're kind of dropping in and out all the time.
Sorry.
Could it be the dreadful echo cancellation thing in video?
Let me double check.
But no, it works.
That's typical.
It seems I have that on.
Oh, well, I mean, it sounds better now, actually. So.
Aren't you supposed to have it off if you have a headset?
You should be off. Yes, that's correct.
And it should be off.
If you.
Yeah.
Okay, off.
Unless you don't have a headset, then you should be on.
So confusing.
No, if you don't have a headset, you shouldn't be on this call, more or less, or not unmuted.
Because it doesn't work.
That's true.
Right.
No, because yeah, that too. But anyway.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'll just say it again. So on the Spore forum, all the mobile tagged questions were answered, which is great. As I said on Twitter, unfortunately, we cannot read how many tweets were answered because it was an experiment, which was basically the first time we tried to have people answering on Facebook, and it went. Don't hear me. I see the.
Okay. Yeah, you're dropping out again. Sorry.
Okay, let me try one. Sorry.
It might be the connection.
Okay, I put a cable in.
That should drop you out, though, which I assume that it just did. Yeah, that's what happened. All right, let's move on in the meantime. Michael, do you want to talk about knowledge base while we're waiting for her to get back?
The big thing was, this last week we finished up the article titling and tagging and summaries. So every article should have a nice 160 or less character summary and a descriptive title and all of that, and tagged so that the related items show up. The big thing is, I haven't marked them all ready for localization yet, and the like list of articles not ready for localization is essentially the entire list of articles. I don't know, it's like 150 articles long, but like 90% of those, the differences are a new summary, and Swarnarva added the little template with the short link. And so at some point here, I'm going to have to mark them all ready for localization, and our localization percentage is probably going to be in the like single digits. But most of that work will literally be writing a new summary and adding in this template. That's most of it. Yeah, David.
Just a question about the severity of that type of update. Is that something that we could just say is a minority, not a minor update? That means that we don't actually affect the metric?
Well, but
Or how does that work?
yeah, I don't know how that works with the metric, but I marked them all as the default, major update, because it should actually all be, we want these things to be localized. Because a short descriptive summary will help click-through rates, not just for English, but for other languages too.
Yep.
So,
yeah, that's a good point. Well, we're just gonna have to bite the bullet, but I think I would recommend that we do
some heads up,
specific outreach. Yeah, heads up before we do that, because otherwise I can imagine how I would probably be very
no, that's why I haven't done it yet, and because I know everyone's working on Firefox 14 articles, and this would be like confusion, and I would hate that if it were me right now too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So Michael, when are you going to do that?
I was thinking after Firefox 14 releases, whenever that is, 2 weeks from now. So because all the top articles, right, we're in a freeze for localization unless it's a super important change, right? And so then, so my plan has always been, then once that version releases and people are done with all the updates, then there's like a 2-week period of let's make ready all those changes that have been collecting. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Madalena back?
Yeah, Madalena, I think she's back, but she is. I think that's the black box that we see in the grid, or maybe that's the old Madalena. Actually, that might be the old Madalena. They might be video tricking us. So let's just continue. Mobile. Michelle?
Madalena is there.
No, maybe she has to unmute.
Oh, yeah, unmuting. Hi, yeah, so I put the notes in the wiki about last week. Thanks to Madalena for running the SUMO day. I think we had about 60 questions for Firefox on Android on the forum this week, so thanks to everyone who contributed to answering questions on our forum and on Facebook and Twitter, and to localizers and some new contributors on KV also. So, any questions? I think we had like 30,000 views on the mobile homepage, but I was having some trouble with the script last week, so I'll double check that number and update it on the wiki.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The scripts are all broken again because IT moves my data again, so I've been trying to. I found out this weekend, and so I'm trying to work with them today to put it all back.
But
that's why.
But 30,000 is like 2 times to 3 times more than normal, right? That's a lot. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's awesome.
Well, I mean, it should be awesome because people are trying to learn about the thing as opposed to have problems.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the education around add-ons and stuff has been really good. So there's a lot less confusion around some things than we had in the past, but I think overall the UI is just easier to use. The main thing is just confusion around tablet support, which is coming in 15. So we'll have many more weeks of this, but it is on the way, and it's in nightly, and it looks really good. So we're just pushing all those users to nightly.
All right. Good news. Good news, everyone. Madalena, do you want to give it another try, or I don't even know if you're online. You still look frozen. I'm gonna take that as a no. Marketplace, support forum,
Okay,
B2G.
so actually,
yeah, go ahead.
No. I don't have anything for the marketplace, but I do have for services and sync. I don't know if you read the memo last week. The engineering team working on the sync client has been integrated on Firefox, so with the rest of the browser. And that may have some implications that I will figure out this week, and I will keep you posted.
You're meeting with Asa this week, right?
Yes. So probably the main thing is that now we're going to have a little more of a product direction, and we may see more funky stuff coming in.
Excuse me, did you say mobile or Firefox? Like, what team was that they merged with? I forgot that again.
Sync is merging with Firefox.
Firefox.
Firefox, not mobile.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, mobile is already merged with Firefox.
Yes.
To make that case clear too.
Yeah. So they will. Yeah.
Everything is Firefox now.
Right.
Even V2G.
It's Firefox.
Yes.
That's right. It's all Firefox.
Firefox OS. And that's the other thing, that if V2G is empty and Michelle seems not to be there, just read the blog post. V2G is officially Firefox OS.
Yep. Yeah, there's a blog post on the Mozilla blog, so blog.mozilla.com or org maybe it's now. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm changing the heading for that. Firefox OS.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other updates from anyone? All right. Then have a great week.
What?
Yeah, I know. Let's make the most of this.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.